So, all right, folks, let's just see the a small demo on menus. For that, I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to call it menus 01. And I'm going to use the empty activity only, and there will be a main activity. Now, in this particular project, I'm going to just create an option menu and a floating context menu. You guys can go ahead and look at the practical examples which are there in Gitbook for your context menu and context action bar and your pop-up menu also. So let's just first, you can see here, this is my main activity looks like right now. Let's just delete everything and call it menus. And let's just increase the font size to 30 sp. Next. Now, let's just create option menu first. Now, to create option menu, we all know the very first thing which we need is, we need to create a new menu resource folder inside my rest folder, because by default, there will be no menu folder. You have to create explicitly. So, how can we create a new resource folder? Just right click on your rest directory, go to new, click on Android resource directory, and here from resource type, just select menu and press OK. Now there is a menu resource directory. Now, next step is to create my menu.xml file for option menu. So how can we do that? Just right click on your menu folder now and go to new and click menu resource file, and let me just call it option menu _ menu. Make sure you do not have any capital alphabets here, otherwise your Android compiler will yell at you. Just press OK. Now, as you can see, there is an XML file now, which I can where I can drag and drop my menu items also, or I can always go to my text part and design manually too. So let's just see drag and drop first. If I want to create a menu item, I can just drag and drop it here. Now you can see here there is a menu item now called as title item. I can change the title like setting, right? And if you want to see here, see, this is how my XML file looks like. I can always go ahead in the coding part and start changing things from here also. Like if I want the order in category will tell you in at which order, at what place you want this menu item to be placed. Let's say lower the order is, higher it will be placed. Let's say 10. Next, if I want to show as action. Now, if I want to show this menu at action bar, I will use show as action, and let's say I don't want to show it as action bar, so I will use show as action never. Now, it will show you error because this has been deprecated in your new Android version. So you for that you need to use a different namespace app, which I have already included here. All I need to do is, instead of Android, app. So it won't be shown in your action bar, but it will be shown when you click on your overflow button. Now, this is one menu item. If I want to create another menu item, let's just say we call it speak. Now, we forgot to give the ID to our first menu item. Don't forget to give the ID, although it is not mandatory, but if you want to handle this menu item later on, you need to give the ID so that you can distinguish between different menu items. So I will call it M1. And you can see there is one more menu item now, which I have dragged and dropped there. So I will call it speak. And, or let me just call it mic. And I will give the ID to this guy as M2. Now order in category, you see automatically is 11 now. Now let's say two menu items have the same order category. How exactly they will be placed then? The menu item which you created first will be placed first. in that case. Now let's say I want to show as action this time instead of app. This time around I want to show it as action always, right? So it will be shown on your action bar, as you can see in the design part. See, its mic is shown on your action bar. But let's say I do not want to show the title of your menu item, but I want to show the icon of your menu item. So how can I do that? For that, I need to include the icon first here. So I can select this and I can put the icon directly here or with the coding part. Now, if I have an icon in your drawable and with the correct dimension, I can use @drawable and your file name or your image or icon file here. But if I don't have, let's say I'm going to use Android icon only. So I have this drawable from Android. I'm going to search out for button. Okay, this is my, you can see this is the icon I want to include. Just press OK. Now you can see this is the icon how it looks like now, right? If you want more menu items, you can drag and drop more menu items. Let's say we call it M3 and we call it status. Okay, we call it status. Status. So there you go. Now let's say I want to put status at the top. So all I need to do is put the lowest number here, and automatically you will see status is at the top. Now I have created my XML file. All I need is I need to inflate this XML file to my main activity. So I will go inside my main activity. I will override a method known as onCreate option menu, and I will return it true. And to inflate that, I will do get menu inflator dot inflate, and where exactly my menu is residing right now, r dot menu dot option menu, and pass your menu object. And there you go. If you try to run this application now, it will show you an option menu. But the only problem is if you try to interact with it, it won't do anything. Now, to interact with it, you need to override your second method known as on option item. You need to override your second method on option item selected and return true to it too. True. There you go. Now, before I provide the functionality, let's just see the output of our creating the option menu. See here, this is the menu. This is the menu application up running in my emulator. You can see already that there is a option menu on my action bar now, that is mic button. And if I click on this mic button right now, it won't do anything because I haven't really handled it. But there is an overflow button which can show me status and settings. So let's just handle them. To handle them, because there are 3 menu items, I need to handle them separately by using switch. And each menu item will be coming inside this menu item object. I can get the get item ID and then put cases, case r.id.m1 for handling my first menu item. I guess that was setting. Now let's say case r.id.m2. That would be break second, and case. In this case, in this way, if you have more menu items like this, you can always handle them. Like this only. Now, let's say if you want to, when you click on setting, you want to transfer to a next activity. Now that's when you will be putting an intent code here. But as of right now, for our example purpose, we will just put a toast so that we would know that we have actually handled our menu. But you can do whatever the functionality you want to, or you can put whatever the functionality you want to put inside your cases now. So to show a toast, I will put this. You clicked setting. Settings, and length short dot show. Same goes here, toast dot toast again this, and you clicked mic toast dot length short dot show. Just copy this whole statement and paste it in my third menu item also, and we call it let's say it's status. Okay, cool. And that's all we need to do to handle it. Let's just see the output now. When we run this, see here, now when I click on my mic, there you go, you can see a toast now. And when you click on any one of these options, you can see my toast is enabled now. So we have created our option menu and we have handled it also. So that's all about your option menu. So now let's just discuss about context menu. Now again, for context menu, as we know, they are associated with views. I can create, let's say, inside my main layout now, I can create, let's say, one edit text. Sorry. And let me call it enter your name and match parent, and call it the ID as edit 1. Now you can see there is this edit text now, and if you want another edit text, let's say edit text 2, and call it again edit 2 and make it match parent 2, and let's just say enter your surname. So there you go, there are two edit texts, and I want when you long click on first, there should be a menu opening up, and when you long click on second edit text also, there should be a different menu opening up. In this way you can add a button also, or a text view also. You can attach context menu to any view. So I want to attach within these two views right now. So for that I need to I have my UI ready with me, but I need to get two menus also for two different menus also for these two edit texts. So how can I do that? Again, in my menu folder, I will create again a menu resource file. I will call it let's say edit 1 underscore menu, and let me just quickly create a small menu here, call it item 1, and let me call the ID I1. So you can see, if you want another menu item here, just drag and drop. I'm going to call it again item 2 and I2. There you go. So I have two menu items now in my edit 1. So whenever I long click on my first edit text, the option which I should be shown as a floating context menu is item 1 and item 2. Next, I want to create a different kind of menu for my second edit text. I will create another menu XML file. I will call it edit 2 underscore menu, and here let me just call it, drag and drop here and call it 1, and let me call it S1 ID. Second, again drag and drop it and call it S2 and title as 2. There you go. So this is what I want to show when you click on second menu or second edit text. So I have my menu XML file. Now all I need is go back to my main activity. First thing first, I will be needing those edit texts. So I need to get the access of those edit texts. So I will call it E1 and E2 as references, and to get the access in the onCreate, I will call E1 equals to new array text. Sorry, not new. We are getting it from XML files, so we need to typecast it and find view by id r dot id dot array1 e2 equals to array text find view by id r dot id dot array2. Now I have the access. The very first thing which I need to do in my Java file is I need to register these views with my context menu. How do I do that? Well, I do it by calling a method named as register for context menu, and I call it E1, and register for context menu, I call it E2. Please be apprised that if I do not register my second context or second edit text here, now if I would have only registered only let's say first edit text, then I would have gone ahead and created my context menu. I still wouldn't be able to see the second menu or second context menu for my second edit view, even though I have created correctly in my code or in my context in my on create context menu method. The reason is because I haven't really registered my view with the context menu. So this stage here is, this part here is very crucial. You need to register it. Next, to create your context menu, I need to override a method name on create context menu, and now I can inflate it. Now see here, this is where you need to pay attention, that if I directly call get menu inflator dot inflate and I put r dot menu dot edit one menu and the context menu object, what exactly this will do? Every time I long click on, let's just see what exactly the output looks like first, and you will get to know what exactly is the problem here. See here, every time I long click on my first, it is giving me a context menu. So this is how floating context menu looks like also. But every time I long click on my second also, it is giving me the same menu. So that's the reason. So this is the problem here. So that's the ambiguity we have to remove right now. So how can we remove that? This is happening because I have only for both the types of menus, or for both the type of views, I'm showing the same menu, that is edit one. So I need a way to distinguish between the view I am pressing on. So what I will do, I will just cut this, and inside this I will put a switch first and defining which view I am actually interacting with, because I have a view object here. So I can use view dot get id. Now I can make case r dot id dot edit one for edit text one, and case r dot id dot edit 2 for edit 2. Now in both the cases, inside both the cases, I can put whatever the menu I want to inflate. When you click on edit 1, that is the edit 1, and if for edit 2 you want to inflate r dot menu dot edit 2 underscore menu, and pass second argument as context menu object, and that's all. And now if you run this, you will see that you are able to see two different menus when you click on first menu, when you click on first edit text, and when you click on second. Now the only thing which left is to handle it. Now to handle it, the last method which you need to override is on context item selected. Now return it true, and once you return it true, now you need a way to handle all those menu items. I mean, you need to use switch because there are more than one menu item to be handled. So dot get item id, just like we did in our option menu, and I will start making my cases now. Case, first case was r dot id dot I1 for item 1, and I will just copy this case. And I'll go Now I1, I2 and S1 and S2. Now here again I can give any functionality I want now whenever you click on that menu item. I will just put toes for this example purpose, but you can give whatever the functionality you want. This called clicked item 1 and short and dot show. Just copy this whole statement and paste it in each case so that I would know that my menu items has been indeed handled. Okay, let's just change the messages now to 1 and 2. There you go. Now let's just see the output. When you long press on this, on your first, there will be 2 menu items or opening up, because that's what we have added in my menu XML file. Click on first, there you go, handle. Click on second, handle. Click on third, click on the second edit text, and you can see it is handling. So that's how you handle your context menu also. And that's all for the menus. Thank you.